One eternity later indeed. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Alright, alright, alright. Sorry to keep you waiting. And good evening. So there was no plan for streaming tonight, but I wanted to test out this ring light to see you know, what kind of levels it can do, how it looks. Whoa, that needs to definitely move further away in that case. Over there would be good, but I can't put it there right now. Alright, that's a little bit too dark maybe. And we can change the color as well. I don't really like the white though. I prefer yellow. I think that looks more natural. Alright, this is the setup we are going to roll with. I've got some Haribo little thingies, and we're going to check out some games. If I could put things in my mouth without dropping them, that would help. Hey! Hey Dre, how you doing? We are sneakily catching a few games. Let me just refresh here and see what's going on. Yeah, we got 4 games to watch, that's nice. Alright. Open ones that look like they just started. At least that one does. The other ones I'm not so sure. Let's just jump all the way to the top. And let's have a look. You can make animal shadow pops on the wall behind. Or like behind me. I could try, I guess. I have Maltesers. Is that a kind of... Maltesers, is that a kind of... candy? Oh, it is. It's like a crunchy chocolate kind of thing, huh? Oh yeah. I think they have them in basically every country around the world, just maybe with a different name. Nice, please enjoy. Okay, so as I said, this was not really a formal stream, but I got a bit of time, so I want to have a look. Let's quickly catch up here. So TTotr versus ZakNewton. Let's just have a look. TTotr versus ZakNewton is the newest game. Actually, hang on, let's start from the ones that are not looking so new. So let's start from Cody, which is where codydegen and Pat74. This is bot winning and rook takes pawn on board 5. Let's see what's happened here. E4, E5. Rublopa no, it's in Italian. Alright, well, board 5 is almost 18, 19. Goodness me. Oh, but I'm like the lowest rated board 4, I think, in the league, basically. Almost. I'm definitely towards the bottom anyway. Oh, hang on, I have to double check. Oh no, the sizing works out. It's okay. No big worries. And I also think I'm supposed to put the chat back in. There we go. But the sizing is all off. Apologies. There we go. That's good enough. Leave it like that. Don't pretend you don't know what Maltesers are. Yeah, I have no idea. I just learned what they are. Anyway, playing in Italian. Oh, hang on. Is this a Scotch gambit? An Italian would have been D3, I think, right? Okay. Take, push. Pretty sure this is Scotch gambit. Counter in the middle. Pin the knight, which means the D4 pawn is now invulnerable. And also attacking this knight. That knight goes forward, takes the D4 pawn. Now you're double attacking the C6 rook after C6 knight. Defend it. Take it and double up black's pawns. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is... I think this is like Scotch Gambit mainline kind of stuff, isn't it? And then mess up black's pawn structure a little bit in castle. I never liked this when I was playing e4, to be honest. Maybe it's not my kind of opening. Maybe c7. So now white's got castled a bit earlier, messed up a pawn structure, but they gave black the bishop pair. Black's got a very active knight, which can always snap off here if they want to. And they can kick that knight in the front there basically whenever they want to, and it's dominated, so it has to go backwards. Probably it goes back to f3. I don't really see you putting it on b3 because you can't take the pawn, right? So, oh wow, never mind. Going at the black knight, f3. Okay, back to c4. Out comes the other knight. Okay, yeah, so with c4 now, obviously that knight can't get pushed around. This pawn is still weak, but I'm not sure. Knight d2, are you gonna... Oh, I have to be careful, I'm on a very tiny table. Are you going to put your knight on b2 and trade off? See, this outpost isn't really an outpost until you can support it with like a pawn or something. Or get both your knights looking at it, but currently you kind of can't. Okay, but they've got a plan here, I'm sure. Castle for black, f4. Okay, so putting here together, I'm probably going to put one of the knights over there then. Ah, that's not looking too bad, I guess. Okay, and black probably correctly breaks down that forward pawn. Knight to f3. Okay, queen over, no one's taking. Black doesn't want to take. Give that knight an outpost. White doesn't want to take and give the bishop the activity. And also, I think basically if they give up that pawn, they don't really have much, to be honest. So, all right, queen over as well. Now threatening to push, I guess. Although I'm not sure what happens after that. You push and then could you try and jump your knight in to take the bishop maybe? Push. You can always push and then push even more. Try and keep that pawn advantage. Here comes the knight, blocks off the pawn, trades it off, jumps the other knight in. Oh, and pins the knight to the king. That's very nice by black. I think that was a good find, because otherwise you have to move and they push, and that's basically what white is hoping to get. Defends the knight, takes the front pawn. Oh, takes the bishop. Bishop pair. Yeah, it's check, unfortunately, otherwise you could have inserted this little fork on the side there. Okay, and then trades off and attacks. So pawns equal, but this pawn's pretty weak. This pawn structure is a little bit silly. I think you ideally want to push your front c pawn twice and get a pawn structure like this. At least then they're all kind of doing something together. It's a little bit difficult to move it, but you do have the open file to play with. Honestly, in this case, yeah, I was going to say I would snap off the rook and get my other one in the game with tempo. That seems pretty good. Okay, defends that pawn first. Okay, now you can't get your rook in there anymore. You have to like drop your queen back to do it. Pushes instead. Very nice. I like that. Okay, and we've caught up with the game now. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I'm not looking at the chat. Yeah. Are you in Lone Wolf? I am not in Lone Wolf. But because... Hey guys, this is John. Because John has joined Lone Wolf for this season, I am super keen to try and cover at least their games. It also made me realize that Lone Wolf has been running the whole time while I've been covering the league, so I could have probably, especially on days when there weren't that many games at the same time, I could have covered the Lone Wolf games as well. So I think maybe this season going forward, if there are some Lone Wolf games, there aren't now, but if there are some at some points, I think I probably would actually cover a few. I think that'd be quite fun. But yeah, don't worry about it too much. There's nothing right now. We'll see. I am keeping an eye out for. I am thinking I'm going to cover some Lone Wolf games going forward. And Multimult, before you ask, Lone Wolf is basically just the individual league. This team league is a team league. Hint in the name, right? The Lone Wolf League is just individuals. So same kind of idea. The time control is slightly shorter, but it's also really nice. So this table is so low, I think I got to adjust a bit so I can sit up even more. There we go. Hunter X Cyber just started playing chess and got me hooked, but can you teach me black side opening or quick aim to checkmate? Hunter X Cyber, welcome to chess. It is a super fun game. I really hope that you have a great time. Black side openings. I'll tell it to you this way. Finding a quick way to checkmate is really fun, but eventually you can't do it anymore. If you like chess, worry a little bit less about having a quick checkmate and rather try learn the fundamentals, like controlling the center, developing your minor pieces, getting your king castled. Especially if you're new and you're playing against other people who are new, the lower end of the rating ranges, you often don't have to do anything fancy. You just play a very standard kind of opening, you know, e4, d4. If you're on the black side, maybe e5 or d5. Develop your knights, put your bishops out on castle, and it's quite likely that you will get a good game, and in many cases you will still get an easy win. But don't try and go for tricks and things, because very soon they don't work, and then you'll realize that although it's been kind of fun, you don't quite know what to do anymore because your opponents don't fall for all your little tricks. So enjoy learning just how the standard game works a little bit. There's a lot of fun in that as well. Yeah, whispers, exactly. What I know whispers. I didn't know Maltesers though. I realized my glasses are actually like reflecting the ring light. I've got like extra eyes if I do it like this. Wow, that looks pretty crazy. And quicker to check what everyone would do it. Yeah, very true. Yeah, Jay's got it. Develop all your pieces, then throw everything you've got towards the opponent's king. No. That's... Well, I guess you could do that. If you develop everything, at that point your opponent has probably made some silly move already. Quite likely you can go ahead and throw some stuff at them. But yeah, Hunter X. Yeah. Just play chill. A lot of the time, the easiest way to win a chess game is to just not do anything funny and just let your opponent do the funny stuff, and then you just win because they did silly things. Okay. They pushed, black blocked the pawn, white defended it. This is pretty good for white, right? This pawn is a passer. They've got a rook and a queen to attack it and a rook and a queen to defend it. They're probably not going to be able to promote it, but they might be able, for instance, in this, if it was white's turn to move, take the pawn on this side. You can't take with your queen because the rook would take it, so take with the rook. Check here. You're not going to jump your king out because you'll kind of hang it on the file behind the queen, so you're going to put your rook back. Oh no, you can't. Check, the queen has to come back. Wow, actually that just wins. Because you'll take the queen, and that's check, and then we'll take the rook. Okay, good thing it's not white's move though. Okay, moving on. GlennJamesMax versus J.W. Wells. This is a higher level game. This is board 2 for Are We Meant to Go... What's the team's name? Are We Meant to Go something? I forgot now. Versus Control Alt Resign. I don't remember all the team names. Please forgive me. Oh, Fudge is pretty good though. Alright, let's have a look. Another E4 game. Similar opening, also in Italian. Alright, oh, and we've got a symmetrical approach by black. Give me an Evans. Shit, now I don't know if is this the Evans or is Evans C3 B4, but that's basically what I wanted. Oh no, C3 B4 is not a gambit. So yeah, so this is the Evans gambit. B4, very nice. And the plan of the gambit is they're going to take it in some way, normally with the bishop, I think. You can play c3, and even if the bishop goes back, then you can play d4. So here, back, d4, and then you get control in the center. Even if they take once, you can take again, and that bishop has to move. They can then try and trade it off for your dark square bishop. Maybe they take. White has given up a pawn, but white will have good development, 2 minor pieces out, as well as 2 central pawns, which is pretty good. Evans' gambit is kind of like the Queen's gambit, I think. It's a gambit that's not, you know, that bad. You lose a pawn, but you gain pretty good pretty good, what's the word, compensation. Oh, okay, and black says, give me the pawn, and then I drop my bishop all the way back. So now if you do this, it doesn't come with tempo, so they can take once, and then they can do something else. So here it comes. Oh, they don't even take. They just hit the light square bishop immediately. And, oh, and white says, great, let me sack. Okay, so let's see. If you take now, obviously, white can take here with check, and your king's in serious trouble. Yeah, now your king has to be careful. The queen can come here to check, the queen can come here to check. This is probably the safest square you can protect on, because if you go backwards here and they check you, only the pawn can block it, and you have to block it because otherwise you move, they mate you. So here, and then they can take, and you can't take as your rook hangs. So yeah, straight backs looks best. And now here, and you can kind of get blocked off here. They can bring out their dark square bishop, but it's not enough, right? Oh, here we go. Okay, nice. Yeah, there's the knight. Oh, and they're actually just gonna throw a pawn at it. Wow, white is super aggressive. GlennJamesMax is not messing around. They are here to party. In order and they won, I guess. Sure, okay. Alright, so attacks a knight. Threatens to attack a knight. Okay, so white's not messing around with all these extra pawns. So if you take... White's actually... Are they going to take with the other pawn as well? They've got two pawns hitting. Oh, that's interesting stuff. So yeah, so... Oh no, take that one first. Okay. Then take again. That's pinned. It's another pin. So white's given up a piece for some pawns in an attack, but now white is winning a piece back. And it looks like they're still able to castle because the black queen can't check them anywhere. Their dark square bishop can still go out. Or no, now they have this check as well. Oh my goodness, this is looking great for white all of a sudden, I feel like. Okay, knight out. Takes there. Knight is currently dominated by this dark square bishop, but it can go sit over there hitting the queen. Queen takes. Yeah, now you can't check there, unfortunately. Do you take with the queen? It's equalish material. White pawn structure is a little bit suspect. Oh, they do. Okay. And what do you do now? You can develop with a check tempo, but you're slightly behind in development. You need to get this knight out as well. Yeah. Yeah, there's the check. And here's the rook out. Oh, this is good. Comes with another threat. Okay, so white continues to put on the pressure. Yeah, I can see in the actual game, wherever they are now, black has definitely used way more time. Okay, so you can take there, and then the king jumps back. But it doesn't really give you much except, yeah, okay, just the king jumps back a bit. Trade off the knights. Black says no trade off the knights, thank you very much. Getting into these squares potentially down, although they also have this, which is pretty nice. Okay, ooh, and long castle, very nice. Gets the rook out, get the queen, get the king away from the knight, so there's no checks. And I guess the king can kind of keep this queen side a little bit safe if it has to. King up again, here comes the knight out. Very covered square. You might want to jump your knight in instead. Everyone attacks a piece. Okay. And in this case, if they take your pawn, what are you doing? You take once and then go here, attacking it again, I guess, and also threatening this. Oh no, actually over there. Okay, so you're attacking here, you also got this threat. Yeah. Okay, and here we are. So we've arrived at the game. White's down a pawn. If they take and black takes, I mean black's like pawns get a little bit clumped up at least, but I guess you would hope that they take here because then you can check here. No, maybe you want to like just get this check in. Oh, but then they go here and you've got no checks left. Well, the f5 square is pretty good for the knight. Very aggressive game. I like it. You can throw him one. Oh, very nice. We all know one is never enough. Oh my goodness, Jay, you're trying to play everything at once, eh? Yeah, when I was young, when I had the time for something like that. Now I have to like squeeze in to be able to get an hour to do a little commentary. Clearly this light is supposed to be like around here, right? It does have a clamp. Should I try that quickly? Let's just go to the next game quick. Sillydoor versus Chatakkuma. This is a board 1 game. Nice. Kamsky and Kravnik's cheat detection consultants and boom shakalaka. D4, like it. Knight f3. Black is playing the reverse London. And white is playing a London. Oh, this is going to be so much London happening. This is interesting. Symmetrical games like this often lead to some kind of surprise imbalance because clearly it's not actually possible to always keep going the same way as your opponent. If something gets taken, or critically, if someone checks the other player, then the pattern gets broken. So, okay, here's the light. Is that okay? That looks great, actually. Wow, this is actually pretty good. Thank you, wife. This is great. I just don't look up like this because then it looks straight into my face. Nice. That is very good indeed. Alright, back to the game. Okay, so it's interesting because now white's already developed a knight, so black comes in with the position first, drops back, takes with the a pawn, and then tries to get some pressure. Maybe never mind. So black actually kind of won tempo here because they came out opposing and white dropped back. So it's like an identical position, but they haven't moved their bishop, so they can jump their knight in. And now the imbalances come. Trade off the darks for bishop, and here. Would you take with your queen? Take with your bishop? No. Maybe you take here. They take with the bishop there, and then you do this. I don't know. I'm kind of unsure about c5, like what the. Yeah, gotta defend it. Takes everything, takes everything. Oh, king is running up the board. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. Oh my flippin' hell. Okay, super symmetrical, but white's king is actually now very active on d3. So there is a way for it to get checked maybe a little bit. But actually d3 is a pretty good square now that the queens and kind of so much of the other stuff, 3 minor piece pairs are already off as well. Gets on that diagonal, I'll get on the file. Here, and I guess you just drop back to d2 and the knight's not actually doing anything. Yeah, so black's also going to get their king up. Alright, doubling up on the file. So white's got a little bit more activity here. Doesn't want to give them the e5 square. King goes out of range. Personally, I probably would have played h6, but you know, that maybe means it's not that great. Board 1 play is obviously quite strong. Rewriting the knight to where? Here? Or maybe you're trying to play f3 as well to oppose. Oops, sorry, my bad. It's the rook, falls back. Black's pushing, and now they're also coming around, trying to put some pressure. Nice, trade off. Yeah, you can hit this pawn here, or you can support some pawns trying to break through, and the king's gonna have to protect there as well. Alright, king's coming over, leaving that situation on the other side of the board. This is such an interesting game, like even though most of the pieces have gone off, the fact that there's so many pawns, you have to kind of figure out which move will be, you know, coming next. White's got the open file at least. Okay, break. Here come the imbalances now. Giving up that square. So if you take, they take back, you're jumping here. And they've got pressure on your backwards pawn. Yeah. This check doesn't work, this check doesn't work. Rook over here drops the pawn with check. Okay. Wow, would you actually... You wouldn't actually take with this way, right, would you? Jumps back. White's trying to push out a little bit. Hoping they would take so they can pressure that pawn. Ooh! That's a sneaky one. That is a sneaky one. Yeah, nice find by White. 4 Karoonies. Alright, so White won a pawn. They've got an isolated pawn in the middle of the board. Never mind. Now they're down a pawn again. Now they've got 2 isolated pawns, and Black's got some pawns. Gotta take that. Now Black is coming for their backwards pawns. Ooh. So the king can come in here, so if you go, they go over. You can get this, but they're gonna be able to jump here and take all of these. Is there any way for White to like make a plan here? King up. Okay, White's gonna try to push their pawn through. Yeah. Black says you can't do it in time. That square is the one that you need to cover with the knight, but then the king can go there, up. If the king goes there, how do you get rid of it again? Wow. Okay, this is tough for White to be able to find a way to push through, because they've sacked 2 pawns now to try and go for this. Yeah, here, I'm sorry, here. How do you do? Here, I don't know. You can't go just up, because then they go here, and then, I don't know. I guess you can take this way, and then you have to start running this pawn, but you're just way slower. Although you might be able to get check in. If they do that, that's not check. Yo! This is a tight ending, eh? That's some serious stuff. Oh, sorry, my chat was once again not updating. Don't worry, Flip, no one is here to see your complexion. Oh, thank you very much, man. I appreciate the... Don't care about your complexion point, I guess. Oh, my mic is a lot softer. Okay. No, that's actually... That's where I clipped the... That's where I clipped the light. It's actually over one of the mic points. How about now? Is it better? Please let me know, because this is the first time I have to figure out where I should clip or not clip it. So yeah, I did cover it. Yeah, but I was saying it's almost like it's directional mic and it's pointed in the wrong way. Too close to a fan maybe. Sort of goes back up. I'm not a fan. I'm a sycophant. Yeah, know the difference. Hey Jordan, welcome to the stream, man. Sorry, I didn't actually plan this. I just kind of jumped on. Is it better? Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so found a spot where I can clip on the mic. I'll clip on the light without messing up everything. And yeah, happiness. Sorry, I'm actually like off a move from the game because I wanted to talk a bit first. Let me see. Yeah, how do you... King goes here, then what? This? Okay, so White's actually bailing. They're like, screw this, I'm gonna try to take these pawns. And I'm gonna try... Oh, here they go. So you check them now. Isn't that a mistake by Black? Check. King has to go somewhere. Take, and then you've got another passer running up the board. I feel like Black just kind of gave White a chance back into the game. What if they just didn't move? Oh, hang on. Apologies. Here, here, and then they check and it's protected, so they kind of had to. Oh, wow. Yo, that is tight stuff. Hey, Duck from Cross. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. The last month, also with the league starting again, things have picked up a bit, so I'm super happy about it. I spent the whole day kind of being like, yay, 300, yeah, 300. Thank you very much. I mean, you're expecting this, right? If you push, they can just go sit here. Then what? You have to run your king here. The knight has to jump somewhere. You can never go there because you're too slow. So you have to like go here. But then this can move actually. The king can come out, yeah. Because if you promote, they take it. So they can leave their king anywhere there. That's tough. Alright, hang on. Let's move on to another game quickly. We've got to be watching more than just one game here, right? So, ZakNewton versus TTotr. This is board 7. We find that Falbolt can, I think, balance out Capablanca or something was their name. And Avalon Modiak, I don't know the reference. I'm very sorry to say. Let's get into the game. It is an e4 game, e5. Another Italian, man. The Italians are really rocking. Is Feet here? Feet's not in the chat. Feet, you guys are really rocking. A fried liver. Heyo. Okay, this is fun. Difficult to play. Yeah, so take once. Yeah, bishop e5. And here you can start varying already. You can play queen f here, pinning it to the rook. Or you can just kind of start moving the bishop around. Now you have the bishop back to d3 or e2, I forget. d3, and the knight comes here. Yeah, I don't actually remember the theory very well. I remember some of these moves. I tried to play this once in an overboard tournament, and I think here on like, maybe not even move 10, maybe move 9, I just like hung a piece. I had just no idea what I was doing. Yeah, it was frustrating. Because I didn't remember the line, and my opponent kind of knew it. I was like, oh, what am I doing? Okay, hang on. Okay, so no development for white on the queen side. Black's got a lot of activity, but they're down a pawn and they have isolated pawns. Okay, knight back coming up here, it looks like. Tries to trade off the light square bishop to hit that guy as well, to make this pawn a bit weak, I guess. A3. Okay, these guys clearly know more theory than I do. What? I would have expected something like this. So you can castle. I guess this guy then gets a bit stuck though. But anyway. Okay. Knight back. Trading off for the light square bishop for a knight maybe. Yeah, I did expect a d3. a3. Oh, hang on. Maybe it's to stop knight b4 from hitting this pawn after you play d3. So actually maybe this is still kind of theory. Yeah. And castle. And scene. That's the way that goes. Alright, this game looks like it's still going to be going for a while. So popping over to this one, which we saw earlier. Oh, yeah. Okay, so probably the rook was coming in. Yeah, and this is where we were making a lift for the king. Keep on pushing. Now you can check and trade off, and then this pawn is getting weak. So maybe you're able to take some pawns out. Take some pawns out there. Actually, taking the a pawn might be good, because you can make a pass on that side of the board. Okay, you still have that potential here. If you go here, they have to take, you take back. This pawn is weak. If they come out, you just take, I guess. They take with the rook. And then you can go here. Ah, but then they have this. So probably have to play b4 first. Anyway, they play b4 anyway. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, you can't do this because they trade off your extra pawn. Although, hang on, if you take here, they take with the rook, you take, they take. You check the king, and then you take this pawn, and you are up one pawn, and it's a passer on the outside of the board. That seems pretty good. I wonder if this was maybe something they should have done. Looks like it might have worked. But anyway, they didn't do it. Now that pawn is no longer weak. Okay, now they trade off. Okay, so white just wanted to move their pawns forward a bit first, so take, take. Yeah, now black has to figure out what to do. They can come out and let this pawn hang. They can push this pawn. It's still going to hang though. Actually, if you go here, they'll probably take, and you take, and then they take. And all of these... Oh, and your rook's got to stick around, hey? Because that pawn's still there as well. Or you have to take there. Yeah, I think white's doing a bit better. Even if this is supposed to be a draw, black's definitely a little bit on the back foot, right? Definitely looks like I've got something going, yeah? Yacht. Yacht the sailboat. Oh, I said yak. I did, didn't I? I'm sorry. That's true. Isn't that mate queen e1? Oh, in my line? Hang on. Here, right? Queen e1. Oh, I said this, right? Oh, yeah. I'm doing it again. Oh, my word. I watched my training game earlier today. I couldn't focus at all. Hanging mate in 1 is better. Yeah, no, I got it. Sorry, Jay, I was late. Hanging mate in 1 is better than what I did earlier today. That was really bad. Okay, here we go. So, decided to activate the king. And they hung those pawns. Yeah, so looking a little bit better for white. Outside passer, protected on the A file. Active rook. King can come in here. Black probably wants to try and get at the pawns and get behind the passer. Problem is the king also needs to protect the C pawn. A little bit overworked, yeah. I don't know if black's really gonna be okay here. Take, push. Oh no, take is check. If you go here now, attacking it, or you can attack and then do this. So check, then here. And if they push, you can take and your rook's defended. Yeah, so take and then putting it on c5 looks pretty good, right? Yeah, no, white definitely looks like they've got the situation in their favor, right? I'm gonna keep on moving along. Oh, this was a fun one too, yeah. Alright, so white was thinking what to do. They did go for the hit on the rook. Rook goes all the way across, defending the f-pawn. And also to avoid being traded. Not coming onto the open file. Alright, king attacks the bishop. Bishop attacks the rook. And the rook attacks the knight. Other knight also gets attacked. And that's going to be a point of defending the d7 square. So if you jump the knight somewhere, I don't know, pick somewhere here, you come in attacking, and the king's got literally only 2 squares to go. You can even hit it there. Oh, comes with check. Alright, so now these two pieces are gonna hang for that one. Yeah. Oh no. Okay. Never mind. If you took here... Yeah, you just kind of down exchange. That's unfortunate. What if the king... What if the rook just moves? Like here. King goes somewhere like that. Is white still in a position where they can get something from this? It looks like they've just lost a piece for not much. If you just do like this. Attack this backwards pawn. Ugh, this weak pawn. And if the rook checks, you're just gonna come over. What am I missing? Oh my goodness, it's something pretentious. Oh wow, something pretentious used to be pretty big and active in the league, right? Jordan, you should know SB, right? I'm really surprised that black is taking this long. I mean, I don't really feel like there's that much to confirm. What am I missing? They can also just walk out of the way? Oh, they decided to just walk out of the way. Check here. Look at that. Okay, I'm pretty sure black is looking solid enough to win this. We will come back and see. Oh, this game actually finished already. Did take the pawn. Oh, interestingly, trying to push this through. And if you go there, I guess they're coming this way. Or this way. You're just too slow. Just too slow. Wow. I wonder where white really got this gone. Was white already winning here? Just because the king wasn't moving. Because it looked like dropping those pawns was so bad. Maybe they just had to get their... Oh, you know what? Maybe the knight just couldn't leave. Actually, I'm going to pop over to the analysis board quickly. Oh my goodness, yeah. So all the way here it was still a draw actually. If they just moved their pawns directly. They just had to run it. Like, run it. Here, maybe you check something, I don't know. H4, king down. Oh, knight over. And then you go and take some extra pawns. Oh, wow. Okay, you just had to trade off everything. GG, though. That was a tough one. Alright. ZakNewton was TTotr. They were still playing some fight liver theory by the looks of it. Castle, dark square bishop, no trades. Dark square bishop still trying to trade. Okay, now I don't know if this is theory still. So what have we got now? The imbalance in the pawn structure is still there, as is the activity. Black's got all their pawns, their pieces out. These guys are definitely the most impressive. This guy's a little bit, I don't know what it's doing. This guy's trying to trade off here for this, right? That's kind of the threat. So white's gonna get... They're gonna have to like find a place to put their light square bishop. I guess this works. Because if they trade it, you can take with the knight. You also threaten here to take the pawn, right? Oh no. Not what I expected. I guess this works. If you take here, they can take with the knight. If you take the knight, they can take with another knight. If you take this knight, they can take with this guy. Yeah, everything's just kind of defended. Oh, someone sent me a challenge. Dagnus57 casual 5-0. I'm gonna use this auto answer. It's not dry time. Not the right time. Apologies. Wait, I just declined, didn't I? Yeah, I did. What happens if you play here? I mean, at the end of the day, I guess the light square bishop can sit in the corner as well. Or you can take and then put it over here, I guess. But for black, I kind of like this idea. It hangs a pawn in the corner, which is not good. But if they can get their other pawns going, and having pawns over here seems really strong. Kind of pushing into white. Something's opening. What's going on here? Close. Close tab. There we go. Okay, we're gonna keep on running around. Oh, snap. Okay. This is where we were. Yes. Yo, the king is just close enough. Yeah, just close enough. Take, and the king makes it. And the black king can't make it. Importantly, the black king is actually just too slow for everything. Now also white can take here and the knight's protected. Black checks and pushes their pawn past. They're running for it. Takes with check. Black king comes in. Here, here, here. I'm not sure. I mean, I think white is still definitely winning this. This actually reminds me about my game last week where I had a pawn and a rook. On the 6th and 7th rank, yeah. I was black and my rook was here and I had no idea how to defend it. That king move looks like a waste because I think you have to end up going here anyway. So you could have done something else and now you could have done there. Just don't do this. Yeah, do that. So you're gonna go sit here and it's done. Black's got nothing and you can just run these pawns up the board. You can even do this first and then do this. Yeah, this is tough, but I don't think black has any way to go here, unfortunately. This one's probably over. Yes. Jordan, you're not driving, are you, by the way? I hope not. Better not be driving, man. Alright, okay, and here also we saw resignation. Rook up, back, check the king, back. hit the rook. Oh no, and they hung their own rook as well. Oh, this is a classic. Feingold loves to kind of point these things out. You make the opponent's piece move, and because you made it move, you don't realize that it helps them in some way. So then you miss it. Yeah, that's an unfortunate one. GlennJamesMax just didn't get it. Really fun game though. Really, really interesting stuff. Let's quickly just peek at the analysis. Just a quick peek. Okay, so here, yeah, this is pretty skeptical. Really fun though. Fun line. 3, f6, g4, g5. Oh, these are two master games continued like this the whole way. Still one master game, that white one. Okay. All still that one game. Still, oh, okay, here the king e2 was that game. And this opponent castled long, which apparently was slightly worse. I guess, okay. And then it was all equal. And importantly, they had to go take that check. Had to take the check. And then go sit, yeah, and then go sit on that square. We did see that square, yeah. Alright, tough one. That was really fun. That was a nice game. It's a bit of an unfortunate one to make a calculation mistake towards the end, but it happens. Here, we already finished this one. So we only have this game and this game left. On this one, we know that white's going to win. Alright, white's just... yeah, they're kind of dragging it out in a way. King's going to come over, you can do this. King's going there, you can protect it. And then yeah, it's a slow one, but they're going to make it. They're going to get it. Slowly but surely they'll get there. Okay, I want to see them finish this. I think that'll be kind of like the 1 hour I have. I have to do some bottle cleaning and other things before bed. Alright, so now you do this. Then I think they have to go here to cover the promotion. Then you do this. And then you're going to put your rook out here. And GG. Oh, you could actually go here right now, I guess. The king only has these squares. Here, and they go there, though. No, that doesn't quite work. I think it is to play b7 directly. If you do this, it doesn't work either. Yeah. This is literally what we just saw at the bottom, right? Like a king trying to block the pawn next to the other one. But this pawn's got backup. This one didn't have backup. If that was a black rook, a black pawn as well, this would be pretty crushing too, I think. You could come around like this. That is a tough one. Alright, we'll wait for white to figure it out. Maybe they've got a different way they want to win. Knight up, take back with the knight queen in. Black's trying to... I'm not sure exactly what I want to do with queen in. Are you trying to push the pawns forward with your queen next to it? This square doesn't help much. Knight here can get taken. That doesn't really do anything. You kind of need to get this guy back in the game. Maybe actually you want to do something like this. That's a pretty nice square for a knight to be. And if you go here and they push... Man, you can even sack on that square, but I don't think it works. Seems fun, but probably then you have to do something else. Here. Not sure. Oh, you know what? Queen h4 actually does help with what I was trying to do earlier, which is g6 followed by f5. So perhaps black's trying to do some kind of similar plan over there. Oh, Jordan, you are driving. Don't do it. Don't do it, Jordan. Yeah, please drive safe. I appreciate you checking, but at least only check when your car is stationary in park or whatever, something like that. I'm assuming it's automatic. In America, in Japan, there really aren't that many, um, manual cars at all. Everything's automatic, even like the kind of old, small K cars, like the limited engine size ones. I feel like black has gone wrong somewhere. I don't know the theory, so I'm not sure how they were supposed to go. I don't know if this is even still theory, or it was at some point. Okay, bishop back doesn't come with any kind of tempo. I can play a5 directly. Oh wait, this is protected 3 times by white. You have to play this first. Could also bring your other nook. Oh no, that's protected. What am I talking about? Hmm. Hmm. I don't know. I like the pawn push for black, but it doesn't really look like there's a clear attack there. It's a bit of a tough one. I realize there's this as well. Oh no, never mind. What am I talking about? Although here that guy's a little bit weak. Maybe here, here, and if they don't jump it there, then you can actually try and get that backwards knight off. Oh, hang on, doesn't this just give white another pawn? C4. That knight can go here, back, but it hangs the C5 pawn, and then both of these guys are weak. Whoa, doesn't this just like win a piece? Knight has to go somewhere, right? Let's put it on the aggressive square, I don't know. Oh, hang on, maybe you try and defend the pawn, right? That's maybe what you do. So here, here. Attacking the pawn from the back. Covering that square. So then black has to defend it from the back as well, I guess. That's a little bit dangerous for white. Then the queen might be uncomfortable. Which makes me think maybe black should just put their bishop here anyway. Jump this knight somewhere and push the pawn to open up the diagonal. Because that other diagonal isn't really helping. That d3 pawn doesn't look like it's going anywhere. Whoops, something fell. c6. Hey, it's feet. Hello, feet. Yeah. I mean, c6 looks like there's a little something there, right? A little summon sound. Hang on, there was one more game we were watching. Over here. Alright, waiting for white to find a way. Yeah, okay. I think white found it. b7, a6, rook a8 to c8. You have to go here or here. Because if you go here, yeah, I mean, there's just no way to do anything about this. Because your king can't help anymore. Okay, look like white's found it. Yeah, there we go. Rook c8. And it doesn't matter where you move your king to, because promotion next. Best you can do is move it sideways, promote, and be down a rook. Unfortunate. GG. Tough game. I'm just peeking at all the analyses to see where people went wrong. Alex11, who's on Slack, getting all grumpy the whole time about people pressing the analyses when he's playing against them. Simpler moves, rook c8. Yeah, you found me, hey? Okay. Oh, and then white was better. Apparently this was just plus 2.3. Oh, I guess it's because you're fixing the pawns on the light squares, but they didn't. And it was still equal. Wow, yeah, if they pushed, it was still equal. Oh, man. Black's going to be unhappy not to find that, or that they didn't find just c5, which was still basically an equal game. It happens, though. Yeah, games like these, it happens. That's fair enough. Clip it. Uh-oh. Yeah. In Japanese, you would say bareta. Bareta. So like I've been revealed, or it's come out. The cat's out of the bag. Whoopsie daisy, now you know. Yeah. Alright, we've got this one more game, but I actually think it's about time for me to go. I've had about an hour. This was my hour. Rook c8, I don't know, Feet, if you're referring to this one, but both bishops are looking there, so I'm assuming not. Okay, g4. Oh, okay. Let's, well, number one, you can't, because I'm going to do that. Okay, let's just trade off queens. And now black's coming. I mean, this looks, I don't know if that trade was great. Now it looks like black's maybe got something going, right? That pawn's hanging. This bishop is hanging. I mean, black could have probably taken here first. Get a little exchange on the board, right? And also mess up the pawn structure for... if white could have taken here. Mess up the pawn structure for black. But they didn't. Okay, now the king defends that pawn. Yeah, I think white had a chance there. Here, I think white was supposed to take here, because this doesn't look good. So it's take there, then the rook has to move, and then the bishop moves. And then this bishop can still drop back where you need it to. You just win a pawn. But anyway, the game continues. King up, rook. Oh man, literally this has not moved ever. Can't they just put it up like one square or something? Get it off the back rank. Yo, why are we not getting this off the back rank? Who's spamming the reaction? Is that you, Feet? Horrible game by magician standards. Oh no. Akshak! Akshak, please plays chess. Patil, apologies. Hello Akshak, long time man. 2 pieces for queen rook is not good, Flippy. 2 pieces for queen rook is not good. You talking about this? Are you talking about here? I don't even know if we're talking about the same game. Sorry man, that like 2 pieces for queen rook by itself doesn't quite make sense. Maybe I'm missing something. Summon, summon. Just a little summon, summon. I think another game has started. Oh, it's starting in 20 minutes, but we're not going to stick around for it. Yeah, I actually think... Who wants to make a bet about who's going to win this? Because I have to go. I think it's time for me to get sorted out. Oh, it was 2 pieces because the backwards guy falls as well, right? Is this what you meant? Sorry. So here, 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 because you take that and then you took both of these for both of those, right? Yeah, okay. Sorry, Feet. Oh, man. Feet, if you saw my game from earlier today, the focus today was not there. The focus has not been there. It was rough. It was really rough. We passed 300 subs, though, during it, which was nice, but oh my goodness. It was really it was a shocker. Oh, Chitta65. I don't know if Chitta actually watches. Chitta, if you do, Thank you so much for always coming past the stream. I know you're here because, I'm assuming you're here because you always send me challenges, but I don't play on stream. Maybe I should do that sometime. I mean, basically I would get crushed because we would probably play Blitz and I'm so bad at fast time controls. But maybe we should do that sometime. You know, like not like play viewers, but like get crushed by viewers. That might be fun. That could be a good time, you never know. Alright, so for white, I really just want to get this bishop off. Yeah, here, and then you could even consider moving some pawns. I don't know. Probably you don't want to do this. Bathtub is safe. A little bit passive, but safe. Yeah, black is suddenly looking really good after that queen trade. Getting so much space. It's real nice. Alright, I'm done. I'm not sure who's falling asleep on the reaction button, but I appreciate it. Don't wear out your mouse. Don't spend it all in one place, right? Keep some for the next stream. I'm gonna call this ring light a success. I think the lighting looks pretty good. I'm super happy with it. So thank you very much to my lovely wife for supporting me in my very time consuming hobby with the YouTube. It's really nice. Love you. Do a drama stream. Oh my god. Oh feet, that channel isn't even drama anymore. It's just like complaining and stuff. But now like there's no like I thought the channel was supposed to be about like chess dramas, you know, out there. Or even like chess dramas on our side, but it's mostly become people complaining about like no. It's Alex 11 star complaining about just anything they feel like complaining about, and it's intertemporal finding some rule that they feel is not equal and just sufficiently. That's really the only stuff that's been going on recently. Real drama gets deleted. Ah, that's tough. It's in low rule general. That's not real drama. That's fun times and excitement. If you want an easy win, Mortamort, yeah, Mortamort, we can pair you with who was that sub earlier on who said that they want quick and easy wins. You guys can both get enjoyable. Stop spectating the games. Oh, Alex. Yeah, do you want to actually say we should? Yeah, finally they got their bishop off the back rank. Okay, I'm gonna call that a success for the stream then. Thank you very much everyone for tuning in. I'm very happy to have been able to spend some time with you. We will do a formal scheduled stream again somewhere in the week hopefully, and I'll put up my own game as well when it's possible. Kind of just snuck this one in because we had the ring light I really wanted to try, so it's pretty good though. It's really nice. Yeah, every game is a draw and you're dumb for spectating, except when there's a blunder and then you're dumb for looking at the blunder. Good times. Pressing computer analysis on Alex's game saves up his internet. Oh man. Alright, later everyone. Be safe, take care. Thank you very much for coming past. If you're playing while I'm asleep, enjoy your games. And I'll check you online and again in the next stream. Ciao for now.